Hello students, hope you are fine and safe. So today is our first class in arithmetic progression, and today's objective is we will learn about the arithmetic progression, or what is the description about. We'll also learn about common difference, and we'll see the sum of how to calculate the sum of the first n terms. This is an important chapter in your algebra portion of mathematics. So let's start. So imagine a situation in a restaurant. So this is a square table is there, and you have been to a restaurant, and just guess how many persons, if one person can sit on one side of a table, so how many persons can sit around this table? So yes, you are right that it is four persons we can sit. We can arrange four chairs around the four sides of the table. Okay, so we'll just total persons who can sit around this table is four. Now imagine that the family is large and we want to accommodate more persons. And if we join another table to it, so you can see that the number of persons around this table, uh, the big table, can be accommodated as 6, right? Similarly, if you arrange another side of tables and your family is further larger, or your friends have become more friends have come, then you can see that if you arrange this scenario of arranging a third table, then the number of persons that can sit around this big table is 8, right? Similarly, if you arrange it further larger, then the number of persons that can be accommodated is 10. So this is a scenario that you can imagine in a restaurant that can happen when you have a get together, right? Now, if you can see here, there is a difference. There is a common difference. It is a pattern that the number of persons can sit. So if in the beginning it would be arranged as four persons, then 6, then 8, and then 10. So there is a common difference between these numbers, and that is number is fixed, right? This is nothing but this is the arithmetic progression. The proper definition of arithmetic progression is: arithmetic progression is a sequence of numbers such that the difference of any two successive numbers is constant. Successive means one after the other. So just whatever number is beside the other, that we call it a successive number. So this is a sequence of numbers, right? So the example that we have seen just now, like 4, 6, 8, 10, this is a sequence of numbers. And there's a difference, that is a 2, right? So let's see some examples like 1, 5, 9, 13, 17, and so on. So you can see here that this is a sequence of numbers. And what is the difference between 1 and 5? That is 4. What is the difference between 5 and 9? That is 4. That is, what is the difference between 13 and 9? That is 4. So everywhere there is a difference, there is a fixed difference, right? That we call it as arithmetic progression. A second example is you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Can you guess what is the common difference here? Yes, you are right, that is 1. So here the common difference between two successive numbers is 1. So what is common difference? So common difference is the difference between any successive members in a AP family, which is constant, and it is called the common difference. Okay, so let's see the example. So let's imagine in terms of algebra, like A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 are the terms which are in AP. So whenever a number is in AP or arithmetic progression, then the common difference can be calculated as G, capital D or small d. So small d or capital D is equal to A2 minus A1, which will be always equal to A3 minus A2. Similarly, it will be equal to A4 minus A3. It's very important to understand the sequence. You cannot just randomly write A1 minus A2, here A3 minus A2, here A4 minus A3, here A4 minus A5. No. It has to be the next number minus the previous number. So A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2, A4 minus A3, and so on. Okay. So what can be a general formula for common difference for an nth term? So we can see that D is equal to An minus A minus 1. So this is the nth term and this is the previous term. So whatever the number was there, whatever number was previously, we can denote it as an minus 1. So this is the common difference. This is the general formula for the common difference. Okay. So what will be the general formula for nth term? So if we know the common difference d, if you know your sequence, whatever is starting, let's see how can we calculate the nth term, any random term. So this is the common formula for the nth term. So an will be equal to a plus n minus 1 times d. Okay. So where an is the nth term, a is the first term, and d is the common difference, and n is the number up to which term you want to find out. So for any finding, if you want to find the nth term, then you need to know the first term and the common difference. Okay. So imagine the situation, remember the situation of the restaurant. So restaurant, this was for the first case when we had arranged 4 tables, 4 persons could sit. For the second table, 6 persons could sit. For the third table, 8 persons could sit. For the fourth table, 10 persons could sit. Now imagine I want to arrange another 4 tables. So beside these 4 tables, I want to arrange 4 further. So that will be 8. So A8, I want to find out A8. So how many persons can be accommodated in 8 tables? That's my question. So pause the video and think about it. Try to calculate on your head mentally. So we can calculate it because we know the first term is 4, right? We know, remember the first term, and we know what is the n here. N is 8. We want to calculate the 8th term, right? So that can be 4 plus 8 minus 1 times 2, which can be also denoted as 4 plus 8 minus 1 is 7, right? So 7 times 2, which becomes 4 plus 14, which is 18. So yes, we can find out the number of persons that can be accommodated in 8 successive tables. So if 8 tables can be arranged, then the number of persons that can be accommodated is 18. It is not the double. Huh? So you can see here there is a difference. So just whenever you go to the restaurant next time, try to understand from the mathematics perspective. So you can use the AP knowledge or arithmetic progression knowledge to find out how many tables you need to accommodate the number of friends you have. So it is not just double. So 4, 6, 8, 10, and then the 8th table you can accommodate 18 persons. Okay, let's see some more examples. So here an, we know that a plus n minus 1 times d. So if you try to find out a4, it is a plus 3d, right? A plus n is 4 here, so we can calculate a plus 3d. So it is the 4th term. Similarly, if you want to find out the 100, that means a plus n minus 1 is 99, so 99d. So this is the 100th term. Okay, clear? So a is the first term and d is the common difference. Okay, this should be crystal clear in your head now. Okay, so let's see here from again the variable perspective. So arithmetic progression, we know it is a sequence of numbers such that the difference d between each consecutive or each successive number is constant. Okay, so a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d, and so on. So we can also write the sequence as like this format. So if you know the first term and you know the common difference, then this should be like this. So a, second term will be a plus d, third term will be a plus 2d, fourth term will be a plus 3d, and so on. So nth term will be a plus n minus d. And you can see here the common difference everywhere is d. So the nth term is an, right? An is the nth term, which is a plus n minus 1 into d. Clear? Now this is also very important, students. This is very, very important, the sum of the arithmetic progression. So we need to understand how can we calculate the sum of the n terms if we know certain factors like the first term and the common difference. Okay, let's start. So this is the formula for the sum of the arithmetic progression. Clear? So Sn is equal to n by 2 times, so the bracket starts here, 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, so we know that d is the common difference, a is the first term and n is the number of terms. So suppose we want to find out the first 10 terms sum, whatever I want to find out the S10, then it will be 10 by 2 plus 2 times a plus 10 minus 1, that is 9d. Okay. It can also be written as Sn is equal to n by 2 times a plus l. Students, please understand these formulas should be embedded in your head very clearly while you attempt the problems. So you should remember or note it down in your notebook, these formulas for further use. Okay. Yes. Now let's start some problem solving. So this is the first term. So for example, first question. So the nth term of an AP is 11, 8, 5. So this is decreasing. It is not necessarily that it is always increased. So 11, 8, 5 and so on. So you have to calculate which will be the nth term. Pause the video, do it on your own. Okay, I will try to solve it here. So we know that A is 11, right, and D is A2 minus A1. Remember I told that the sequence is very important, so we'll write A2 minus A1, which is 8 minus 11, that is minus 3. Okay, so An we know that A plus n minus 1 times D, right? So we can calculate it, just A as 11, n as we don't want to find out here, n is the question is in variable, so we'll keep it as is, and minus 3 is the common difference. Just put the answers and it is 11 minus 3n plus 3, right? That is equal to 8 minus 3n. So your answer is the option C. Okay, great. So let's proceed to the second question. Again, please pause the video and try to answer on your own and then recheck with the video. That's the best way you can approach, and that will be a good practice for your understanding. So second question is the sum of all the 2-digit odd numbers is, you have to find out. Okay, so these are the options: 2524, 2567, 2425 and 2475. Which is the right answer? Pause the video and try to do it on your own. Okay, so let's start. So smallest 2-digit number, odd number, not any number, smallest 2-digit odd number is 11, we know, right? So the smallest 2-digit number is 10, but 10 is even, so we will write 11 as the odd number. Then we can think of the sequence like this. We need not write all the sequence, so we'll just start with some sequence like 11, 13, 15, 17 and so on. And what is the last term? We know that it is 99, because after that it is 3-digit, 100. So 99 is an odd number, which is the 2-digit number and the largest 2-digit number. So this is the sequence. So what is the first term? We know that it is 11. What is the common difference, or the last term? First of all, it is 99, and the common difference is 13 minus 11. Again, the next term minus the previous term, that is 2. So we can calculate Sn, right, using this formula. We know that Sn is equal to n by 2 times a plus l, right? So we will see that here Sn is 11 and l is 99 and d is 2. So we know that the last term is equal to an, right? So first we have to find n. How many terms are there, right? So that's our objective. So we know L, the last term, we know A, we know D, and we know the formula for the last term, right? So A plus n minus 1 times D is 99. This is the nth term. Nth term, the value we know, 99, and we know the formula for An. So we can denote An as A plus n minus 1 times D, correct? So here we can just put the values now. So A is 11, n minus 1, n we have to find, that's our objective. So n will keep it as is, n minus 1 times 2, that is 99, right? So next step is n minus 1 times 3, 11, you take it to the other side, right? So that you get it as 99 minus 11. What is the value now? N minus 1 is equal to 99 minus 11 is 88 divided by 2. Now you can cancel out to 44. Understood? So we can write it as n is equal to 44 plus 1. So minus 1, if it goes to the other side, what will happen? It will become plus 1. So it will become 44 plus 1, that is 45. This is your answer. Okay. Now this is not an n. So you can see here we have found out n is equal to 45. Now we have to find out the sum of the first 45 numbers. So Sn is equal to n by 2. This is the formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 times a plus n, right? So we know n now, that is 45 by 2 times 11 plus 99, and just calculate, put the value 45 times 11 plus 99 by 2. 11 plus 99 is 110, right? Divided by 2. So it becomes 2475. If you calculate it, you can see that this value is 2475. So this is your answer. So what is the correct answer now? Option D is the right answer. Okay, it's 2475. So this type of problems you can expect in your examinations. So this may not be direct. So see here, by seeing the question, you cannot see that directly the first term is there, directly the difference is there. Only it is given 2 digits, odd numbers, like that. Okay, so just expect these type of questions in your examinations. Okay, I hope that you understood this question as well. Let's see the third question. So this is the three numbers in AP have the sum 27. So it is not given which three numbers. So only given that three numbers have a sum of 27. Find the middle term. Okay. Again, pause the video, try to find out on your own. That will be really help you. Okay. So let's start. So let the three numbers are A minus D, A and A plus D. Why are we taking like this? Why I didn't take A plus D, A plus 2D? I will tell you the reason. So whenever there are three numbers, my intention is I only need to find A. I don't have to find a common difference. So why? Because I have very limited information. So I will, whenever there are three numbers, you will write the three numbers in the sequence A minus D, A and A plus D. You see here A minus D and A, what is the difference? You see that it is also the difference is D, right? So common difference is D. Similarly, if you are given that 5 numbers, so there are 5 numbers in AP have something sum, then you will take as A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 2D. So this is a trick that you will use in your problem solving whenever you solve these type of problems. Okay. Now let's come back. So the sum of the three numbers is given as 27, and we have assumed these three numbers as this. So sum is equal to A minus D plus A plus D. Okay. You can see that the D gets cancelled out, right? And this is 27. It's given. Now this was the purpose of taking off this sequence in this format, like A minus D, A and A plus D. So because we wanted the D to cancel out, we have very limited information. We need another equation to solve D. Okay. So it is becoming 3A is equal to 27. That means A is equal to 27 by 3. That means we get 9. Okay. Understood? So hence the middle term. So we have to term the middle term, right? The middle term is what? It is 9. Okay. Similarly, we cannot find A minus D and A plus D with this limited information. We can only find the middle term. Okay. Understood? Great. So students, I hope that you have understood today's lesson, and in the next class I will show you graphical representation of arithmetic progression along with a small activity. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching.